Clark County homeowners would have gotten a letter in the mail recently letting them know that the value of their property has likely just gone up. 2 News reporter Evan Bales is live in a newsroom with more on what this means for the residents. Evan.
Jack, I spoke to the Clark County auditor today. She says their phones have been ringing off the hook for the last 3 days, as many Clark County property owners say these new rates are too high.
Why is it happening? And what is it going to do to my taxes?
This is just one of the big questions Clark County officials are facing from anxious homeowners.
It's tough because there are so many questions. What are my taxes going to do? Right now, we don't know. I would expect an increase, but we don't know for sure what.
My assessment didn't go up, but my taxes went up as far as the payment.
Sean also owns a landscaping business, and a majority of his customers are elderly living on fixed income. The last few days have left them clueless on how they're going to make ends meet.
They have to have somebody do it, and they can't afford it. So they can't afford to rent. They can't afford to own at this point.
In 2022, properties had a midterm evaluation based on the sales of parcels in the county, and this year is their big comprehensive review, using both aerial and on-the-ground resources to judge value. On average, property values are expected to go up 32%, which means for every $100,000 of value, a homeowner could expect to pay $115 per year. Property taxes often pay for schools and fire and emergency services. Clark County's auditor says change is necessary to relieve homeowners.
It's not a value issue, it's a tax issue. Reform needs to occur. Tax reform needs to occur.
I also talked to a new Carlisle councilperson who tells me her city's residents are also anxiously waiting for the new rates to be revealed.
Our community doesn't have a lot to put food on the table and pay for other necessities. So I'm very concerned that they're going to struggle even further with that.
Hamilton says that there are ways to get deductions to your property taxes. If you're 65 and older, call her about the homestead exemption. And if you live on the property that's being taxed, call about the occupancy tax credit. Now, these taxes are expected to go into effect after this coming election in November. Live in the studio, Evan Bales, 2 News.